Song 5, Milarepa in Ragma. Obeisance to all gurus. When the Jetsa Milarepa decided to go to Riwa Balma from Limbadrag to practice meditation, he notified his patrons in Ragma. They said, "Near Riwa Balma there is a temple in a very delightful place. We recommend that you stay there. As to Riwa Balma, we do not know very much about it. Revered one, you may remain in the temple at first. Meantime, we will send out people to survey the region for you." Milarepa thought to himself, "First I shall go to the temple for a while, then I shall proceed to Riwo Balmba." He then said to them, "I do not need your guide. I can find the way myself." When the patrons asked, "Do you have a guide?" Milarepa replied, "Yes, I have." "Who is he? Tell us more about him." In answer, Milarepa sang, "The glorious and accomplished Guru who dispels the darkness is the guide. Away from cold and warmth, these cotton clothes, by which I renounce fur craving, are the guide. The invocation, identification, and transformation yogas, which crush the delusion of bardo, are the guide. That which shows you the way in all journeys through all lands, the complete mastery of prana mind, is the guide. To give up one's body as a good offering, the teaching of subduing the ego, is the guide. To remain in solitude and practice meditation, leading one to enlightenment, is the guide. Led by these 6 guides and abiding in Jiang Chuptong, all will be well with me." Thereupon Milarepa went to the upper part of Ragma, which from that time was called Jiang Chuptong. He then absorbed himself in the samadhi of the flowing river. One midnight he heard a great noise and clamour, horns roaring in the air as if an army in battle were approaching. Milarepa thought, "Is there fighting in this country?" He then absorbed himself in the samadhi of great compassion, but the sound came closer and closer. Both heaven and earth seemed bathed in red light. Milarepa wondered what was happening. He looked about and saw that the whole plain was burning, that nothing was left on earth or in heaven. A band of the demon army was busily engaged in lighting fires, tossing water and throwing down mountains. Through innumerable conjurations, the demons threatened Milarepa with many types of weapons, tearing down the rocks in the cave and also heaping him with abuse. Milarepa became aware that demons were assembling to afflict him. He thought, what a pity! From time immemorial until now, these sinful Asama demons have practiced evil deeds in the 6 realms, thus becoming hungry spectres flying in the sky. With vicious thoughts and evil intentions, they have harmed so many sentient beings that with this black karma they have no choice but to go to a hell in their future life. With great compassion, therefore, Milarepa sang, "I pay homage to you, Marpa the translator. In the immense sky of your compassion, I gather from all sides the clouds of mercy, from which fell the productive rain of grace. Thus the harvest of your disciples was increased. To immeasurable sentient beings as infinite as space, pray grant your graceways for the attainment of enlightenment. You assembled non-men and demons, you who fly and travel in the sky, perpetually longing for food, you hungry spectres, driven by the force of full ripening karma. In this life you were born as hungry ghosts, also by the karma of evil doing. Through harming others, you shall fall into a hell in your future life. I sing of the truths of karma. Think closely on these beneficent words. I am the son of Kajulam Gurus. With faith arising in my heart, I am learning the Dharma. Knowing the law of cause and of effect, I practice austere living. Diligent and persevering, I see the true nature of mind. I realize that all forms are but illusions, Maya. I thus free myself from the illness of ego clinging. I thus cut off the subject-object fetter of samsara and reach the Buddha's realm, the immutable Dharmakaya. I am a yogi who has gone beyond the human mind. How can you afflict me, you troublemakers? Your vicious deeds and mischievous intentions weary you, but do me no harm. Again you must know that mind is the source of hatred. Though from the depths of the 18 hells below to the heaven of Brahma above, you collect all the forces therein to throw against me. It can hardly ripple my all-embracing wisdom, for in my mind no fear can arise. You assemble demons and non-men with all your spells and magic weapons. You cannot hurt me. All you have done is useless. What a waste and pity if you return without harming me. Show your power and do your worst, you pitiful demons. Whereupon Milarepa became absorbed in the samadhi of suchness. Awed and overpowered by his greatness, all the demons repented before him and became faithful to him. They made obeisance and circumambulated him many times, saying, "We were indeed blind, not knowing that you are such an accomplished yogi. Pray forgive us for what we have done to you. From now on we will follow whatever instructions you may give. Pray grant us the teachings, so a relationship in Dharma thus may be established between us." Milarepa replied, "Very well. In that case I shall give you this teaching. Refrain from sin, practice virtue." All the demons cried, "Yes, we will obey." Then they offered him their lives and hearts, and also promised the Jetson to obey his orders. Following this, they all went back to their own realm. Among them was one called Sei Lamo from Mang, and others were local deities from Viwa Balmbar. Milarepa felt that since the demons of Viwa Balmbar had already been subdued, it would not be necessary to go there to meditate any more. He decided to remain at the Bodhi place for a few days. In a very elated mood he sang, "Here in the home of enlightenment, I, the Bodhi path practitioner Milarepa, who has mastered the mind of Bodhi, practice the yoga of Bodhi heart. I will soon obtain the great Bodhi and bring the innumerable mother-like beings to the sanctuary of perfect enlightenment." One day a patron came to Milarepa's hut, bringing with him a load of wood and a half measure of flour. The visitor did not wear enough clothes and felt very cold. He said, "Ragma is the coldest region in the south, and this is the coldest place in Ragma. I would like Lama to offer you a fur coat if you would accept it." Milarepa asked, "My dear patron, what is your name?" And the man replied, Labashawa. Milarepa then said, "You have a very good name indeed. Although I do not need your flour and fur coat, I thank you very much. I'll take the flour if you wish, but as for the fur coat, I really do not need it." And he sang, "As a child who loses his way home, the confused mind wanders in the 6 delusive realms. By the force of illusory karma, one sees a myriad visions and feels endless emotions. Sometimes I have illusory feelings of hunger, therefore I prepare my food and dinner. Sometimes I exert myself to build a house, at others I endure the hardship of eating stones. Sometimes I eat the food of shunyata, voidness, or I change my ways and do not eat at all. At times when I feel thirsty, I drink pure blue water. At others I rely on my own secretions. Frequently I drink the flow from the fountain of compassion. Quite often I sip enchanting nectar of goddesses. Sometimes I feel cold, so I wear the clothes of the 2 channels. At others heat yoga gives burning bliss and warmness. Occasionally I change my ascetic way of life. At times when I feel like having friends around me, I live with the wisdom of awareness as my companion. I practice the white deeds of the 10 virtues. I contemplate the true knowledge of reality, and know for certain the self-radiant mind. Adorned with the precious gem of true knowledge, I am the Yogi Milarepa, a lion among men. Proficient and victorious, I am skilled in meditation. On the snow mountain I practice in solitude. I am the yogi who obtains the fruit of merit. I am the Yogi Milarepa, a tiger among men. I have thrice animated the Bodhi mind. I smile with joy at the non-distinction of means and wisdom. I dwell in the woods of the radiant valley of remedy, and produce the fruits of the welfare of sentient beings. I am the Yogi Milarepa, an eagle among men. I have a pair of mighty wings of the clear-sighted arising yoga. I possess 2 flying wings of the stable perfecting yoga. I soar to the sky of 2-in-1 suchness. I sleep in the cave from transcendental truth. I attain the fruits of self and others' benefit. I am the Yogi Milarepa, a man among men. I am the one who sees the face of form. I am he who gives good counsel. I am a yogi without attributes. I am a man who cares not what may happen. I am an alms beggar who has no food. A nude hermit without clothes, a beggar without jewels. I have no place to lay my head. I am the one who never thinks of external objects, the master of all yogic action. Like a madman I am happy if death comes. I have nothing and want not. If one desires to acquire property, it only leads to jealousy and anger. It merely causes troubles to the patrons and leads them from erring ways of life. To a yogi who is all is fine and splendid, with a benevolent heart and accompanying blessings, alms given should ever be your practice. I wish you all happiness and prosperity. I wish you good health, leisure, and long life. May you in the next life be born in the pure land of Buddha, there to practice joyfully the Dharma. May you then be able without ceasing to devote yourself to the welfare of all men. Thereupon great faith in the Jetson was aroused in this man. He said, because you are the accomplished yogi Milarepa, you can do without these things. It is only for the sake of benefiting us sinful people that you remain here. Pray pity me and take my offerings. Thereafter, while Milarepa stayed at the Bodhi place, this man always brought bountiful food and provisions to him. Imbued with great joy, Milarepa remained there for some time. One day some villagers from Ragma came to see the Jetson. They asked him, do you like this place? Do you feel happy in remaining here? He replied, yes, I am very happy indeed. I am also greatly pleased with my progress. They asked, why do you like this place so much? Why is it that you are so happy here? Pray tell us what you think of all these things. In answer, Milarepa sang, here is the Bodhi place, quiet and peaceful. The snow mountain, the dwelling place of deities, stands high above. Below, far from here in the village, my faithful patrons live. Surrounding it are mountains nestling in white snow. In the foreground stand the wish-granting trees. In the valley lie vast meadows, blooming wild. Around the pleasant, sweet-scented lotus insects hum. Along the banks of the stream, and in the middle of the lake, cranes bend their necks, enjoy the scene, and are content. On the branches of the trees the wild birds sing. When the wind blows gently, slow dances the weeping willow. In the treetops monkeys bound and leap with joy. In the wild green pastures graze the scattered herds. And merry shepherds, gay and free from worry, sing cheerful songs and play upon their reeds. The people of the world, with burning desires and craving, distracted by affairs, become the slaves of earth. From the top of the resplendent gem rock, I, the yogi, see these things. Observing them, I know that they are fleeting and transient. Contemplating them, I realize that comforts and pleasures are merely mirages and water reflections. I see this life as a conjuration and a dream. Great compassion arises in my heart for those without a knowledge of this truth. The food I eat is the space void. My meditation is dhyana, beyond distraction. Myriad visions and various feelings all appear before me. Strange indeed are samsaric phenomena. Truly amusing are the dharmas in the three worlds. Oh, what a wonder, what a marvel! Void is their nature, yet everything is manifested. The villagers were delighted with this song, and with their faith also strengthened, they all returned home in a very joyful mood. This is the first part of the story of Milarepa's stay in Ragma.